Hello, savage gentlemen. How you guys doing today? Hope everything's good. How's everything with me? Terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I slept like crap last night. It was a weird night, and I was exhausted, and just one of those nights. I'm a normal guy like everybody else, and some nights I just have nights where I just overthink things. And if I was smart, I would have taken my time and I would have done some diaphragmatic breathing, and maybe that would have helped. But Um, I usually sleep really well. Last night was one of those nights where I maybe got 2.5, 3 hours of sleep. I just couldn't get to bed. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is we have a lot going on, lots of stuff we got to do. It's kind of being an entrepreneur is there's no days off, right? Even when we plan days off, we don't get days off. So Cindy and I haven't taken a day off in a little while. We're going to make sure we do that next week because I talked to you guys about balance and I preach to you guys about balance, and I just haven't had any balance myself. But there was that, and there's something else too, which is kind of interesting. And I'm going to be real with you guys. Costa Rica is a really, really humid country, and for about 6 months of the year, we get nothing but rain, and the rest of the time, it's extremely dry. We literally don't get rain here for 3 months straight. And it's just like living in two different worlds. You've got your one world, which is like lush and beautiful, and it rains, but it doesn't rain for that long, and everything's really lush and gorgeous. And then there's the dry season where everything starts to dry out. And we're just coming towards the end of the dry season. We had a bunch of rain today, and for the first time a couple of weeks ago, we actually had our first dose of rain. And in Costa Rica, there's a very, very real problem with mold because of humidity, black mold in particular. And what we learned recently from friends of ours who were inspectors, and as well from an inspector that we called in just to verify, is that apparently our place has a flat roof and it's very prone to mold, and it's very likely that we have black mold in this place. So it's a pretty humble sized place. We've got a beautiful view, which one of these days I'm going to do a video during the day and I'll show you guys. It's not big, it's very modest, which is all we really need. It's just a couple of us and the dogs. But we've been having some respiratory problems lately. And at first, Senya was kind of experiencing a couple of respiratory problems. And I thought that was odd. And then the dog started coughing a little bit. And I've been coughing too, so I was up last night coughing. So instead of just sitting here dying, we talked to our landlords and we said, look, this is the issue, this is the problem. And we started looking for a new place. So we're actually moving out. And we're here for another month and a half, and then we're moving into a place which is next door, which is it's large. It's about 3 times, 4 times the size of this place. It's got a massive outdoor patio, but it's also got no mold, which is a beautiful thing. So we're looking forward to that. You really got to take care of yourself, and I mean in Costa Rica, it's just so accepted. The safety standards aren't the same. It's so accepted that people just live in these places, but we finally confirmed today that we're getting out of here. We got to take care of ourselves, because black mold can cause a ton of issues. It's really, really, really dangerous, and it can literally cause issues, mental health issues. It can make you tired. It can cause cancer. So I was up last night coughing and put the final nail in the coffin and called up the landlords, confirmed we were moving out, and we got a really nice place next door, which, like I said, is it's a little bit more expensive, but we're growing and the business is growing, and we need a little bit more room anyway, so people can come down and visit us. So that's kind of the big news for last night. But needless to say, I didn't sleep. So I have a second confession for you. I didn't sleep, and therefore I didn't do my weights today. And I know you guys are thinking like, Matt, you're supposed to be the ringleader here. You're supposed to be the guy who is super healthy. You know what I mean? You're supposed to work out every day. You're supposed to crush things. Well, I'm here to present you with just a little bit of a different view, guys, and there's a reason for it. If you're really bagged and you haven't slept properly, sorry, the cat's at the door. Mr. Professional Matt, if you haven't slept properly, and hi, Professor. If you haven't slept properly and you haven't had your rest, there are certain days when it's okay to say, you know what, I'm just bagged, and I'm going to take today off. And I didn't do my weights today. Unfortunately, I'm not completely intelligent, so I'm going down to train a little bit of jiu-jitsu with one of the guys. It's just because he's a brown belt who's competed in Brazil, getting ready for competition, and it's my last chance to train with him because he's a chef at a really, really nice restaurant in Argentina. So I'm going to go down and do that. I'm going to go roll for an hour. But the truth is, hi Burrito. Truth is that I really shouldn't, because when you are tired, and when you are, you don't yell at me in front of the boys. When you're, hi Coco, when you're really tired and you're really exhausted, you're that much more prone to injury, and you're not doing yourself an injustice, guys. So I know this sounds crazy coming from your trainer, but if you're just having an off day, if you're bagged, if you got something going on, take a day off and heal yourself, because going to the gym is probably just going to spike your cortisol levels, and it's not going to do you any justice. So every once in a while, it's okay to take a day off. Today, I'm taking the day off of weights. Once again, I have a opportunity to go and do some jiu-jitsu training for about an hour with one of the guys. So I'm going to go down and do that, which I probably even shouldn't do that. But I just want you guys to know that it's not all, you got to, the older we get, the smarter we have to become. And you're not always going to feel your best. You're not always going to have great days. And some days it's okay to just say, I submit, and take a me day and relax and maybe get some sleep. So I'm just going to run that past you guys and let you know. I didn't do the weights today. I will make up for it. I'm probably going to train Sunday instead, providing that I can get a good sleep. And we're going to be out of here in about a month and a half. We'll move into somewhere that's a lot nicer with a better view and a little bit more size. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. But enough about me. Just a reminder, guys, if you're having an off day, if you're exhausted, take the day off, rest. Your body's going to thank you for it. These programs are pretty hard, and I've been going really hard with the weights, and I've been going really, really hard with the jiu-jitsu. So I'm going to take the day off, and I'm just going to kick back and relax. But I still wanted to do a video for you guys. I still have one check-in to do. Richard, I'm sorry, man. Richard works in camp. He submitted a little bit late, which is understandable. I get it, man. It's a time thing. But if any of you guys haven't gotten a check-in to me and you think that it's too late, I really prefer that you get it into me on time, because it just makes my life a little bit easier. But if you're late with the check-in, just let me know. And I'm not going to just completely deny you. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to accommodate and work with you guys. So and don't hesitate to take a me day. If you're bagged, if you got something going on in your head, if you're just not with it, you're more prone to injuring yourself. If your head isn't in a good space, if you're tired, if you're exhausted, if you're sick, avoid infecting everybody else and just take the day off. Once again, I'm going to reiterate that I'm not that smart, and I should listen to my own advice a lot of the time, because I'm going to go down and do some training. It's just kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go and train with this guy and pick some stuff up that's going to help me in this competition. So I also wanted to talk today. I wanted to continue the micronutrients talk, right? Micro meaning small. You need these things to trace them out in your diet. Today I'm going to talk about folate. And folate is actually one of the B vitamins. Senya, ow, got the cat, I got Senya, she's eating veggie burgers. Falafels. Yeah, so folate, otherwise known as vitamin B9, and we're going to talk a lot about the B vitamins, is another micronutrient which is extremely, extremely important. Why exactly is it important? Because it actually, folate, diet and folate-rich foods can actually help prevent cancer, heart disease, birth defects, anemia, cognitive decline, believe it or not, and a pile of other things. And it's something that's mandatory in our diet, which is why I always recommend that you eat nutrient-rich foods and that you supplement with vitamins whenever you can. Some signs that you are low in folate. It can be a poor immune system, so if you're constantly getting sick, that can indicate that you're low in folate. Chronic low energy, right? Chronic fatigue syndrome usually has a little bit to do with the low folate. Poor digestion, issues like constipation, bloating, and irritable bowel syndrome, all those fun things can be attributed to low folate. Anemia, canker sores in the mouth, a slender, swollen tongue, apparently, is caused by low folate, or can be, as well as, believe it or not, even emotional effects, right? Changes in your mood, irritability, discolor of your skin if you have really pale skin, as well as premature hair graying, can also be caused by folate. Certain people are actually more at risk of being low in folate. Some of those people include pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, people who consume large amounts of alcohol, alcoholics, anybody who has liver disease, for example, anybody on dialysis or with kidney disease, and anybody taking medication for diabetes are actually more predisposed to folate. What's the proper folate micrograms per day? Kind of minimal requirements for men and women as adults is about 400 milligrams, and children need about 300 milligrams of folate or vitamin B9 per day. And then the next thing you're probably wondering is, okay, that's fantastic, but what are some folate-rich foods? So I have them laid out in front of me here. I'm going to attach this article to the link as well. But spinach, 1 gram of cooked spinach actually has 262 micrograms of folate, right? And as a male adult, you want to be consuming 400. So that's a pretty good ratio. Beef liver, which I'm not a huge fan of, 3 ounces of beef liver has 215 milligrams of folate, so half your folate. Hi, Professor. Black-eyed peas, not the band. You can't eat them, but black-eyed peas in general have. Hi, buddy. Hi, pal. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi to everybody? This is my rescue dog, Coco. This is the little lover. James and what are you doing? James and Paul had the pleasure of meeting him. He's a saint. Hell of a dog, extremely affectionate, as you can see. We rescued him. He was pretty cut up and destroyed when we got him. And he's probably the most thankful dog we've ever met. Hi, Coco. Asparagus is really, really high in folate. 8 spears of asparagus has about 178 milligrams of folate. Broccoli, 1 cup cooked of broccoli, very good boy, has about 104 micrograms of folate. Brussels sprouts, 156 grams for 1 cooked cup of Brussels sprouts. Mustard greens, I don't even know what those are, but they're a type of greens, like a lettuce. I'll attach this link, like I said. 1 cup cooked has 104 micrograms, so 104, which would be approximately a fourth. Kidney beans are high in folate. Really, Coco? You're making me look soft in front of the boys. You're making me look soft. Professor, hi. Romaine lettuce, just regular lettuce, 1 cup raw actually has 64 milligrams. Kidney beans as well, extremely high in folate. We're almost done here. Avocado, a half a cup of avocado has 59 micrograms rather, of folate. And wheat germ, 2 tablespoons actually, has 40 micrograms. 1 orange, 1 medium orange is 29 micrograms. It's a little bit lower. But yeah, that's folate, guys. Make sure you get your folate. I just feel like a lot of the things in society, not all of them, but a lot of the diseases and a lot of the things that we're susceptible are preventable. And they're preventable just by knowing that how severely micronutrients affect us. So it's really important that you understand not only proteins, carbs, and fats, but you understand that there's a lot behind the smaller things too, behind all these micronutrients that we eat. And if it's great if you're getting your carbs and your fats and your proteins from, protein powder and supplements and whatever else, but if you're not getting real food, you're missing out. So that's why micronutrients are important. Coco, I'm going to put you down. Anyway, guys, it's 6:32. I am going to be heading off we head off pretty quick. And I got a call to answer. I hope you guys are doing well. If you have any questions, post them below. And keep killing it. I won't be killing it today, but that's okay. If you need a me day, take a me day. It's important.